Ow. People are getting pissed off. I'm like, I can't do anything about it. Yeah, you could sit down, please. We'll get started with the elections, and as soon as we are, I think we're good to go, and we can go over to Manfred, and we can begin the elections process. Go ahead, Manfred.
Excellent. Thank you, Phil. Can you hear me well? Online, apparently online. Yes, also in the room.
Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent. Okay, thank you so much, Phil. All right. So today we have to elect a new set of officers and also 4 new trustees. The only exceptions are the radio officer. Hal is he N7NW. He is a appointed position, and I'm the only one of 4 trustees who is not up for election at this moment. So we have 5 officers to elect and 4 trustees. So let's see how that works. So the first question is we need to have 3 trustees monitoring the event. And I see that myself and Jay are online. Is there a 3rd trustee online also, or in the room, better yet?
We have Robert, KF7 RWA, and we have Jeff, W7GPG, 2 trustees here in the room.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So my suggestion would be, since there should be 3 for the voting process in the room, we may have to add a volunteer helper. And I was wondering if either maybe Gary, KG7KU, or David, WA7DY, could do that for us.
David will do it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So then I guess we can start, and we need to go through the list of candidates one by one, list of positions. So the first would be the president. The president, for the president position, we have Carl Reynolds, N7CJR, as a candidate, the first candidate. And I was wondering if anybody else would like to volunteer to be a second candidate, or maybe even more than this. Is there anybody else who would volunteer for this position?
There's nobody in person.
Okay, so then I believe this is a secret ballot, secret election. So but if there's only one candidate, let me just ask Michael, our volunteer counsel, if it is okay to do this through acclamation, or if we do need to do a formal secret ballot.
Dave Smith would like to make a motion for acclamation.
I would like to approve Carl Reynolds by acclamation.
I believe that.
We would like to, and we've got a second, first and a second in person.
Michael, okay, thank you. Michael, could you please repeat? You were doubling.
In answer to your question, Manfred, I believe it's perfectly legal if you have only one candidate to accept that candidate as elected by acclamation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Michael. Okay, so we still need to vote or get the approval from the online membership.
And we can also hold a vote here in person.
Yes. Okay. Can you please run that on your side, Phil?
Okay, all in favor, raise your hands. All opposed? Unanimous.
vote for president, it says online, that would be for Carl, not for Phil, right?
Sorry, Carl.
Okay, we'll wait for the online vote. It still shows Phil, K7PA.
100%. Oh. So.
Let's see. Did the vote come up again with the showing Carl, or was that it? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Carl. Congratulations also from my side. Perfect. Okay, so then the next position is to vote on vice president. Vice president, we have also one candidate, Paul Pitach, Kilo India 6, Quebec X-ray Victor. Is Paul in the room?
Yes, he is.
Okay, Paul, would you mind introducing yourself briefly, because you're a new club member, and we would like to give you an opportunity to tell us quickly your background a little bit.
I'm Paul Petak, relatively new member, getting back into ham from living in a HOA that did not like anything out of the ordinary as they defined it. So it's very nice to be here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Is there anybody else who would like to volunteer to become our vice president?
Anybody here in the room? Nobody in the room.
Okay, and nobody online either? Okay, in that case, we also have one candidate, and we can ask for motion to vote by acclamation.
Okay, is there a second? It's been firsted and seconded here in the room.
Okay. So then please raise your hands if you vote for Paul as being our vice president, and online as well. Okay. We have 83% of the online votes. And how many in the room did vote for Paul? How many? I didn't hear, Phil.
100%.
Okay, perfect. Congratulations, Paul, and thank you for volunteering.
We've had a problem. There's a problem with the online voting. It's not got the correct candidates. I don't know if that makes it valid or invalid. Because I just voted for Phil and Steve again.
I'm unable to modify the names.
You're unable, you said, Scott, you're unable?
Yes, the online voting had the names Phil and Steve, and
I
we weren't
guess.
able to vote. I don't know if that invalidates any of the online voting.
No, we presented the correct candidates. Yeah.
I think if the
I
names
could-
are wrong, it probably does invalidate the vote.
We could just redo it online.
Just do it online.
Okay, it's like, is
Okay.
that what you guys are gonna do?
Don't mean to be a squeaky wheel here. Just want to make sure we do it right.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
I agree with
Watching out
Ivy.
for us.
For the
Okay.
online, let's just do a show of hands as opposed to bringing it up with the vote. Okay, make it easier on Scott, and then Scott, I'll work with you on modifying those for the next next meeting. So
Okay,
do you
so we
want
need to
to
show,
redo the president?
yeah, let's do we do the president online only and with a show of hands. Who is for Carl being our president? Okay, we do have a majority, clearly. Thank you. And the second show of hands for Paul being our vice president? Okay, we have a majority there too. Thank you so much, and thank you, Ivy, for your comments. Okay, so then the difficult part is the next position. For secretary, we do not currently have a candidate, but we cannot proceed beyond this position unless we find somebody. So do we have somebody in the room or online who would volunteer to become our new secretary?
Step up for secretary. Michelle?
Did
Do
somebody
we have any
volunteer, Phil?
nominations for secretary? Okay, do you accept the nomination? All right, then what's your call sign? All right, so Jeannie, KE7MES, has accepted the nomination here in the room.
Wonderful, Jeannie. Thank you so much. And believe it or not, if nobody had, if you hadn't volunteered yourself, I would have asked you personally. You came to my mind, and I'm so glad that you volunteered and accepted the nomination. Okay, so then can we have a motion to? Oh, is there somebody else, by the way? Is there somebody else, second candidate? Looks like there's only one candidate now for secretary too. So can we have a motion to vote per acclamation then?
Okay, and the second? It's been moved and seconded here in the room.
Excellent. Okay. So then please, in the room, please raise your hand to vote for Jeannie, K7MES, as secretary. And the same online, please raise your hand if you want to vote for her. Okay. Excellent. Looks like this is
Congratulations, Jeannie.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Then the next position to vote on is treasurer. Scott, KC7 SAG, has been pre-approved by the board already prior to taking on this position last year. And that position needs to be pre-approved. So we do not have another pre-approved candidate, in which case we can vote on Scott. Scott, are you willing to continue on?
Yes, he is.
Thank you. Excellent. In that case, do we have a motion to vote per acclamation? Is that a yes? I don't hear.
Yes.
Jim, okay, Jim. And the second as well? Okay,
Yep, it's already been done here in the room.
perfect. Thank you. In that case, please raise your hand if you want to vote for Scott KC7 SAG to be continuing as treasurer. Okay, thank you. That clearly is a majority. Congratulations, Scott, and thank you for doing an excellent job. Alrighty. Okay, thank you. Next position is the activities manager, who is currently David Okrent. He took on this position after the previous activities manager, Jackson Davis, resigned. But he is up for re-election because that was a incomplete term. David, are you willing and in the room to accept the nomination?
Yeah, thumbs up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And is there another candidate by any chance who would like to?
Any nominations here in the room? Any other nominations? Activities manager. None others here in the room.
Nobody online either? Okay, in that case, do we have a motion to vote by acclamation?
All right, do we have a second? Okay. And moved and seconded here in the room, Manfred.
Okay, thank you, Bill. So then please vote if you want to David Oakland, W7DAO, to be our activities manager.
All in favor? All opposed? Unanimous here in the room.
Perfect, thank you, and congratulations, David. Okay, thank you. So then the next position to vote on is the trustee number 1. And for trustee number 1, we have one candidate, Jeff Height, N7 FCC. Is Jeff in the room? Yes?
Four trustees that need to be voted on. They could be not necessarily trustee 1 we're voting on 4 candidates for 1 trustee.
Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Okay, I'm not doing this right, I guess. So we have four trustees to vote on, and they would all be voted on at the same time, and then whoever wins gets taken out, and then the remaining ones are candidates for the next position. Is that how it works? Sorry, I'm a bit rusty myself here.
There are 5 candidates, which means we have to.
But the 5th candidate is a hold off for next year.
Okay, so they dropped out. He or she dropped out. Okay. It's not clear to me either.
Okay, so we do have 4 candidates for trustees. Jeff, N7 FCC. We have Steve, KD7 IQL, Robert, KD7 WNV, and Alex, W7 AEM. Okay. Are all 4 available in the room or online?
1, 2, 3, and is Steve here? Steve left.
Oh, no.
Got his phone number?
Oh, I think he was going to be joining us. He's told me he's going to be joining us on Zoom. Is he on Zoom yet?
I can't see him yet.
There are 3 here,
Okay.
and Steve might be joining us on. I think he said he was going to be joining us on Zoom when he left.
Okay. So voting on all 3 candidates who are present at the moment in the room, this usually works by collecting pieces of paper with names on it. I'm not sure how we would do that on Zoom because you can only vote for one at a time, right?
I would propose there's no competition. Right. If we vote all of them in by acclamation in one vote rather than doing ballots that we know exactly how it's going to end up, let someone else like to nominate someone.
Each one is.
I got a
There is a way to do this, yeah. You're
Yeah.
giving the
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules and nominate all three positions, the three candidates to each of the three positions.
Not sure we can do that. I have a solution. It will work.
Ah.
So who are the three candidates? Myself? Okay. Two of us will withdraw our nomination for trustee number one.
You don't vote on the trustee number one position. You vote on a trustee. At the board meeting, the trustee one is identified.
You negotiate for which.
That's how it's always worked.
Robert's rules says you want to do that.
Is there a second on the motion?
So I just nominate each one.
Okay.
Well, we'll just, okay, I can do that. A little bit of a crisis here.
Okay.
I think we need to change that. Okay, so we can just do each, it's like I can name one for each position.
You have a motion.
Yeah,
You have to spend second.
yeah.
You must take the vote on that motion.
Okay.
Let's restate the motion.
Restate the motion so we all know. That would be great, thank you.
I move that we suspend the rule, accept the three candidates for the three positions, one vote.
And one vote.
So please tell them online that that's what we're voting. We can get the job done.
Yeah, just do it in one fell swoop. Yep.
Bill, you need to repeat what's
The
going on.
motion.
So repeat the motion.
Repeat the motion, and
Okay,
also
yeah.
there's four
So
positions.
there's been a motion made that we, and seconded that we, temporarily, let's suspend the rules for this vote, and we nominate all three candidates for the trustee positions and vote for it by acclamation. And one vote
Only three people
for
present.
the three people that are currently
not
present.
four. So they're only saying
Mhm.
vote for the three people.
Okay, do we, so for that motion, do we have any in favor? Raise your hands. Oh, you have a question? Okay, never mind, go ahead. There are, and we're waiting for one to show up on Zoom. There are four open positions. We're doing the three positions that are currently present right now. Somebody resigned. We're waiting for Steve, KD7 IQL to show up on Zoom. He left. Okay, so we're calling the question. All in favor here in the room? For the three?
This is only for the suspension.
For the suspension of the rule. All against? Okay, so the rule has been temporarily suspended, and we're going to go ahead and, is there a motion to nominate the three, to accept the three candidates present by acclamation? Second. It's like that was the suspension of the rule. Yeah. All in favor here in the room to accept by acclamation? All against? Congratulations, you're now three trustees. We finally got through it.
Bill, there
Okay.
was the question about quorum from the in-person group.
This would be so much easier.
Did you hear Jim's question, Phil, regarding quorum? Need to be sure we have a quorum.
I'm guessing
Yeah, we have a-
most likely we do because we've
Mhm.
also got 25 online.
So the question is whether the 25 online are actually members. I take it, since only members have gotten notice of this annual meeting, in order to click in on Zoom, that we do have over 30 members. Is that
Okay.
agreed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and LJ is clarifying she wanted to make sure that there aren't enough people in the room to make the quorum. And Scott says we do have a quorum.
Excellent. Okay. So in that case, we did vote on 3 trustees, Jeff, N7FCC, Robert, KD7WNV, and Alex, W7AEM, voted by acclamation, and this is all legal and done. Okay, I believe. Thank you very much. Okay, so then the only position that we still need to vote on is the remaining trustee, Stephen, KD7IQL, is the only candidate, and hopefully we'll get him online quickly.
Patience here.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Since you voted for 3, there are only 2 positions that would normally be voted. The even number trustees for this, or the
Mhm.
odd number trustees for this year.
Yes.
And then you had but you're voting for 4. So how did those 3 that we just elected get assigned to the odd trustees or the even trustees?
Okay. The odd trustees by the table that I sent out and that was published in the newsletter, Jeff in 7FCC was assigned as trustee number 1, Robert KD7WNV as number 3, and Alex W7AM as number 5. So those are the 3 we just voted on, and those are typically voted on in an odd year, which 2023 is, of course. The remaining, the 4th trustee, trustee number 2, that position became open because Jason, KJ7 GLB, resigned after 1 year into his term already. So, so that is why there are now 4 trustees to be voted on. Does that answer your question, Scott?
Yes, that clarifies things nicely. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so so any sign of Steve being online?
Get clear, everyone. This 4th trustee position is just for the one remaining year on that term because the person resigned.
Yeah, it's just basically finishing
But if
the
you like,
previous term.
I can ask for additional nominations here in the room, Manfred, too, if you like.
Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
The remaining trustee position. This is a one-year trustee position. It's easy. It's a good way to get started in the club to know how things work, and especially for the new folks. So what's your call sign? Okay. Okay, we got KK7GFG as nominated himself, Manfred.
Excellent. That's Ash, I believe. Wonderful. He needs to be a club member. So did he pay his dues already? He was just voted in today.
Manfred, he
And
did pay his dues, so he's current.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Ash, thank you so much. Okay, so then do we have a motion to vote on Ash, assuming that Steve, of course, is not here. He kind of abandoned his position, his opportunity. Do we have a motion to vote on Ash by acclamation?
Is there anybody online? Okay. Scare him off, yeah. Okay, is there a move for acclamation here in the room? Okay, thank you. Second, all in favor? All right, nominations closed.
Okay, excellent. So then please
Your
raise your
second.
hands
Who is that?
to vote. Hmm?
Okay. Okay, it's
Okay.
been moved and seconded here in the room. All in favor? All opposed? Unanimous here in the room, Manfred.
Thank you. Congratulations, Serge. Thank you so much for becoming a member and stepping up right away for becoming a trustee. Excellent. Okay, with this, I think we completed our election for this year. I would like to thank, first of all, I would like to thank the previous board, and Phil as president, Steve as vice president, Carl as secretary, and Jay, Jason, Robert, and Jeff for being trustees. Many thanks to all of you for doing a great job and helping us running our club business. Please give everybody an applause for a moment. Okay, and then just to let you all know, the next board meeting will vote on a new board chair. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you all for helping. And sorry again that I can't be there in person to facilitate this operation.
Thanks, Manfred, for jumping on board so early in the morning.
All right. Congratulations to all the new board members. Glad to have you on this next year's board. Thank you so much for stepping up and volunteering. Okay, let's get back to the meeting here. Do we have any other old business for the meeting? Do we have any new business?
Hey, Phil. Phil. Hello, Phil. Phil.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So just an FYI to everybody, I'm going to be working with Scott on enabling closed captioning for the Zoom meeting, and hopefully we'll get it to where we can get translation and transcripts and all that fun stuff. And hopefully when we get that enabled, that'll help the secretary put the meeting minutes together. That's all I had. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, that'll be a great thing, especially for the secretary and those who are hard of hearing too. That's a great thing. Go ahead.
Thanks, Ivy,
David.
for the idea.
Address for next month.
The address for next month. Does anybody have? Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's you right back there.
The address is it's the River Estates Manufactured Home Park in Auburn. The address is 3611 I Street Northeast, Auburn. It's 1 block east of Auburn Way North on 37th Street Northeast, and the intersection of 37th. You come off of Auburn Way North, heading east on 37th Street Northeast, you go 1 block, stop sign, and you'll be looking in the entrance of the flagpole, using the flag, go down on the left-hand side, just use the flagpole and
The actual clubhouse is on 37, so we're gonna let the address confusion.
try to use the GPS.
3611 I Street Northeast in Auburn. Oh, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is, if you're going east toward the hills from Auburn Way, you take 37th and you go straight ahead into the park, another block, and the community center's on the right, a one-story building. That's, yeah, excuse me, on the left, a one-story building. The other right, that's it. Yeah, but you take 37th east off of Auburn Way, and you'll run right into the community center.
Mike also indicated that it'll all be in the newsletter.
And Mike indicated that it'll all be in the newsletter, so we'll have more details in the next relay. All right, do we have anything for the good of the order today? Anybody would like to say something? Go ahead, Robert.
For those who wanted more of the booklets, I brought in the stack up there on the table.
Okay, so we have more booklets up here if anybody would like to pick up a couple. Pick up one. Anything else for the good of the order? Gary?
At the Mike and Key Flea Market, thanks to everyone who helped support there at the pallet crew, right? I don't think I've ever really followed up by saying that this was brought in to me this morning, but these belong to the club, right? So you don't volunteer and get one. But I'm guessing over the years, they may have found a storage location at your home or in your trunk or something of the car. So at some point, we get to not enough for the active volunteers to use. So if you remember seeing one of these in your closet somewhere, be sure to bring it to us, because we'll have a different set of volunteers next year, and really appreciate all the help. But we need to have these back so that we can use them for the next year. Thanks so much.
Anything else for the good of the order? Visitors?
Bill, would you have the object which was just held up described for the benefit of the people who are only seeing thumbnails on the remote location?
Michael, it was the safety vest with. Michael, it was a safety vest.
Can you clarify that, please?
Yeah, he was asking what the object was in the hands, and it was the safety vest that says Mike and Key Amateur Radio Club, and those are used every year for the pallet jack people. So if anybody online has one of those, please return it to the club.
That answer your question?
Yes, thank you, Jim.
Okay, I think we're good, yeah. Okay. Do we have anything else for the good of the order today? Do we have any visitors with us today who'd like to introduce yourselves to the group? Any visitors? Yeah, come on up. Yeah, for the people.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name's Adam. Me and my friend Alex here, and we got another buddy that's all of us interested in getting more into ham and shortwave and everything involved there. So we thought we'd stop by the meeting and see what's going on. You guys are extremely organized, at least from my perspective. I'll let you make the rest of those decisions, but
it's all an illusion.
Thank you for having us. It's been great to be here and start to get to meet some people. We talked about going to a class to get our general technician, and just start to get into it. So thank you again.
Yeah, hi, I'm Alex. Also very new to this. Excited to learn more. If you want to come talk to me and give me your phone number so I can text you random questions about radio, that would be great. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, for the visitors and new folks here, you can know we do have our website, mikeandkey.org, and we also have our group reflector on groups.io. Search for MKARC. You can ask all your questions and stuff there too. So don't be afraid to ask. We all started somewhere. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And they said it's been indicated that they're going to pick up applications after the meeting. So that's excellent. Thank you guys so much. 2 of them, yes. Any more for the good of the order? Anyone else? Anybody have anything to say to the group? We got anybody on Zoom? No? Okay. Go ahead.
I move the meeting be adjourned.
And it's been moved and seconded that we adjourn the meeting. All in favor? All opposed? No? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next time at the place in Auburn. Thanks for joining us.
We got through all.
I'm not normally.